Hello, welcome back to the Fish Looker out on the bank. Now it's a very calm day here. We're in a local reservoir to meet down in Cornwall, and we've literally just got set up. It took me a little while to get set up. I always like to get set up before I turn the camera on, just so that I'm fishing while I'm talking. I have got method feeders out at two different distances, and I'm fishing hair-rigged lobworm. My method mix is a loaf of bread, a bit of swim stim, some sweet corn, some pellets, all the little bits of everything that I had left, like little bits of cornflakes and stuff like that. Just crumble them all up. It's all just mixed up in there. And my hair-rigged lobworm. I've just got a tub of worms here that we collected yesterday, and my hair-rigged lobworm is literally that simple. I've got a little braid hook length of around about 10 inches with a little, I can't even remember the size of that hook. When I dig it out of the packet I'll tell you. And I've just hair-rigged the lobworm on there, and I'm fishing just out distance. The first rod I cast out, I've just reeled it in to check a bait change, and I didn't even register a bite on it, but we have the first fish of the day, which is a little perch. Now you can see all I've got is I've just got an inline method feeder, the same hook lengths, and it's found me a little perch. Look. Now you will notice I have got a rubber glove on. That's because I have a big cut on my thumb, and I don't really fancy getting fish slime and worm bits in it, so excuse the glove. He's a nice little guy, isn't he? So we're off the blank. We'll have to get the disgorger on him though, because he's got that hook right down at the back of his throat. We'll get him unhooked, let him go, and we'll see what else we can catch. I keep getting little tiny pecking bites on one rod. Just on this one here. Just like little tiny ones. There it is again. Not enough for it to be like a decent sized fish, but we might have picked up like a little tiny roach or a little tiny perch on it. Been fishing now for a few hours, and other than like the tiny little trembling bites that we've been getting, I've been bringing the baits in every now and again, and the hook baits are perfect. All the method feeder mix on the method feeders is all gone, but the hook baits are perfect. So it's showing me it's little tiny fish. The water is absolutely freezing at the minute, so I don't know if that's making everything more lethargic, but the fish just don't seem to be on the feed. I'm going to give it to the rest of this bait. Not very much in there, but if we can winkle one fish out, I'll be happy. I've been getting quite a few little line bites, as in just like a quick pull round, a fish swimming into the line rather than picking up the bait. And I've just been looking over the edge of where we are here. I'll show you. There's quite a few of these. Freshwater mussels. Now that's the third or fourth that I've found. That's just where we are as well. So it's nice to see. I've got my two baits out there, and I've got a little float just towards where the bushes are on our left hand side to see if we can find a perch. But no, it's just nothing seems to be hungry today. We're going to be packing up in about half an hour, so what I'm going to do is I've just rigged myself up a little pike trace. I brought a couple of little joeys with me just in case, because when I'm fishing like this, every now and again when you bring small fish in, occasionally he attracts a predator. If I see fish busting out of the water, it generally means there's a pike there or a big perch. So I brought some little dead baits with me just in case, and I thought, well, yeah, I'll give it a go. All I've got is I've just got a sliding float with a lead. This is just one of my sea floats, and I've set this at about 3 feet, and I have some of my homemade wire traces with a pair of tandem barbless trebles. All I've done is, this is one of the little joey mackerel that I caught from a previous session on the boat. Because they're barbless trebles, I've lashed it on with a little bit of bait elastic just to try and keep it on the hooks a bit better. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fish this in the margins near the bushes. Just simply connect it on like that, and there we go. See if we can't find a pike. Just moved to another spot just to try out another swim, and I've just put a dead bait down there by that bush on that rod, and the float's just bobbed under. I've got a dead bait joey on a homemade wire trace. I'm just, because it's so cold, I'm going to let it properly get it in its mouth first. It's just bobbed under and it's just moved off a little bit into deeper water. That. Look at that guy there, look. Got leeches all over him. Pretty sluggish as far as a pike goes. It just goes to show you how cold the water is. Good job, you're tight hold. He's absolutely covered in lice. I'm all over him. To be careful with pike, because they've got gill rakers on the inside, and they are hellish sharp. Oh, easy tiger. Using barbless trebles is a must when you're fishing like this. However tempted you might be to put your fingers in the mouth, don't be, because that'll be just when it does a rasp. If that had been a barb treble, I would have been stuck there. There we go. That pike there had swallowed one of the trebles quite deep. But because I was using barbless trebles, all you have to do is just, once you can get hold of it, if you can turn it round, it just slides straight out. If I'd have been using barb trebles there, this pike wouldn't have fared off very well. Usually what I would do was I would hold them like this. You can see it breathing because its gills are moving. I would hold them like this until it wants to swim away. But it's that cold now, he might not even go. Just see where it wants to sit. Gonna go. Yeah, there it is. I was seeing an awful lot of fish topping on the surface whenever I was throwing out ground bait or when I was casting out. Just a couple of minutes afterwards, there was a lot of disturbance on the surface, and I thought, I wonder what that is. It's probably roach and rudd. So I switched it up a little bit, and I put on a waggler float, fishing it at about 2 feet with a little lobworm. And I've managed to get a lovely rudd. Now the colours on them fins are just stunning, aren't they? Properly vivid red. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Until it's a rudd by the shape of the mouth. And all that was there was I just used, can't get the hook out, it's that small. Just use one of my little, I think they're like a size 10 or a size 12. Glove's too slippy. Do it the proper way. There you go. And it was just on a little tiny worm. So yeah, another bonus fish. Right, well we've fished it out for as long as I'm prepared to. Been a very hard day's fishing today. There's a lad just up there who's been there since yesterday evening. So he's already fished for nearly 24 hours and he's had one bream and he had it last night. There's two people set up over there and one down that way. I am the only person that's caught fish today, and I've had one little jack pike of about, I don't know, 6 to 8 pounds, something like that, and put up literally no fight at all. And I had a little perch by accident that I didn't even realise was on, and then on the float managed to have a nice rudd. So I've literally, my plan didn't work. My target, I didn't catch it. The only reason I caught fish today is because I changed it up a bit. I saw some fish moving, so I thought there was a predator about. I rigged a dead bait, caught a pike. Saw fish moving, so I rigged a waggler float, caught a rudd. Sorry, I was just letting a couple come past with their little kid. The only reason why I've caught anything today is because I saw a situation happening and then I fished for that. So I saw little fish jumping out of the water and I thought a predator's probably chased those. So I put a dead bait on, caught a pike. I saw a little fish topping when I was throwing my ground bait in. I thought that'll be roach and rudd that. So I rigged the float shallow with a little tiny worm on, caught a rudd. I didn't catch my target species. My target today was bream and carp. I didn't catch any, didn't even get any decent bites. I had a couple of line bites, just like a one tug, and a couple of little tiny trembles. It's just nothing. I think it's just a little roach savage in the bait, because the baits were coming back, the hook baits, the harried worms were coming back immaculate, and it was just the ground bait that was gone. I don't know what it is. It's maybe the water's maybe colder. The water is freezing cold to me. It's maybe over cold for them. They're maybe just gone dormant, because that pike that I got was absolutely covered in leeches. It was all in its eyes and its face and its gills, all over its body. So they are sitting dormant on the bottom. Maybe the carp and the bream are as well. I don't know. But nobody else has caught out either. Those two, that lad, they've not caught out today. So I've caught more than everybody else put together, and I've only caught 3 fish. So it's a pretty sorry affair, isn't it? There's been some nice wildlife though. There's a pair of kingfishers that have been around most of the day. I've had a great northern diver that keeps popping about, and I've heard a woodpecker down that way. I've used the last of my ground bait. I've thrown all that out. I'm just packing up. We might try on the way back. We might try a little bit of drop shotting. If we catch anything, I will show you. If we don't, then I won't. But yeah, we've opened the account for 2020 with 3 different species. Not bad. I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you later.